Some months ago, we started uncovering a hidden building on our property. It turned out to be an old barrel house from the time when the Chateau still was a cider and Calvados distillery. It's not a pretty building, but we were convinced that with a bit of love, we could turn it into a decent workshop and a garage for our garden machines. As it turns out, it took more than a bit of love. In several of our previous videos, you've seen me fighting decades of overgrowth and removing 1.5 tons of asbestos roofing. And then we discovered that half of the building had to come down because the walls on the left side were literally eaten from the inside by ivy roots. But now, finally it's time to start rebuilding.
Finally the parts for my concrete casting arrived. I'm excited.
We're adding a concrete sill where the rotten walls used to be, so we can rebuild this half of the building with a timber frame.
I've never done this before, so I'm more than out of my comfort zone. But I'm excited to find out, and that's why I'm here, and that's why you are here. Let's do a good job. Let's make it the best concrete wall ever built.
Unfortunately, there are still bits of the old wall where the sill has to go, so I need to take these out.
So this is the part I'm scared of, because it's wedged in between two concrete slabs. So that might be difficult to get out.
I have been seeing Philip struggling for the last half an hour, and I had this bright idea. I don't know.
You're a lady.
Maybe this could help.
You are a lady of modern times.
Yeah.
I'm too old-fashioned for that.
I think he just wanted to do a bit of a workout.
I forgot that there are power tools in the walls.
Ooh.
Great. Let's see.
Okay. Have you hit something hard?
I've hit gold. I think you might have found a stone in it.
It's maybe an exciting archaeological discovery. Ah.
This stone might be millions of years old, don't forget. Oh,
what happened?
Oh
no.
The thing broke.
The drill bit.
Yeah.
We need to go and get a new one.
Well, again.
I think you should go and get the new drill bit.
It's closed. All the shops are closed now.
Ah, okay.
Lunchtime.
Well, you can continue over that way.
Oh, look at this massive root here.
Look how big it is. It is so big. That is one massive root. Should I get an axe to get this out?
To get all out?
This.
No, it's too dangerous. I don't want you to work again like that.
Can you have a go?
No, that's not. No.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, look.
Hold on, huh?
See?
Hold on. Manpower.
Manpower. Maybe we need to use the chainsaw on that one, no?
I think we leave it for there, and then if you get the digger, we use a digger. There's plenty others. There's just more to come.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that wedged in between those concrete slabs, the wall will be really strong enough.
Yeah.
So keep going.
Keep going.
If we manage to keep the energy level off now, I'm sure in 2 weeks we're finished with the digging. Now, bigger swings. Let it swing. You want to swing it down, not otherwise you break your...
Yeah, but I'm scared it's going to hit me.
No, you can't stay on the side. I don't know why it looks dangerous as you're doing.
I feel like it's dangerous. You make it look so easy.
And there's only 18 meters to go. So I came just back from the shop with 2 brand new bits. Let's see how long they will last. Or should I say, let's see if they last longer than I do. I know these also come in bigger sizes. It would be much better, but I don't have one. Success, I would say. I did all of this up to here. Now there's one trench left. A lot of work, but I think it is feasible. It's feasible. I get positive vibes from this trench here. It's the next day, and I want to be honest with you, I decided I need help. And that's why I called our mason, Jean-Paul. Non, j'ai appelé Jean-Paul, le maçon. T'étais maçon, toi?
Multitâche. Tu m'as appelé, je suis venu.
Ah oui, ah oui.
Allez.
Allez, I'm going to show our new mason, charpentier, what to do and what I've done so far.
Mais bon, là, si tu veux.
Yeah.
Là.
Mais pourquoi tu mesures ça je comprends
Non,
pas.
je regarde le niveau pour savoir, pour nous,
Oui.
sur quoi on va se baser. Ça
Mais
veut dire
pourquoi
que là,
on
on
ne
est
met
niveau.
pas la planche et on la met à niveau, nous, la planche, plutôt que regarder, c'est ça, si elle nous...
Oui, mais là, ça nous permet de nous poser directement, mon lapin. Donc, il faut qu'on se mette 10 cm au-dessus de ça.
Look what arrived.
Very quick improvised.
Amazing. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Anna. Have you seen we've done one?
I know, that's
We've done one already.
progress.
Even Ziggy likes it. He says, what's that? I didn't buy enough of these angle pieces, of course.
Oh,
So I have to go back to the shops.
why?
Because I was stingy, they were like €3 each.
Yeah, but now you have to waste another half an hour to get
Yes,
to the shop. So.
yes,
And fuel. So
yes, yes.
I can go. I'll go and get them.
Continue à discuter, vas-y.
Well, I'm gonna eat.
Continue.
Oh,
Tu
attends.
diras.
Ici, donc 1m22. That's why we need to work, the both of us, to carry a measuring tape. We want a door here, but in order to make a door, we obviously need also some sort of slab on the ground so that you can't have the wall everywhere. Otherwise, our tractor has to climb over the wall. Do we need to make 2 pours or can we make 1 pour? Mais ça va. Et en plus, une porte comme ça, en bas, elle va être super lourde sur ton ossature. Ça va tenir ton ossature? Bon, ok, c'est possible.
Là, je suis à 2 mètres. Là.
Oui, non mais je regarde si jamais tu peux te garder. Ouais. On va dire qu'il faut quand même un petit peu.
Laisse-le des espaces qui puissent sortir.
Ouais. 1m70. Donc on pourrait pas faire une porte 3m70. Donc de toute façon.
2 mètres, c'est bon. 2 mètres, ça passe.
2 mètres, les deux passent. Ouais.
Pour vous, lapin?
And it actually works really well. Now I can attach these
Yeah.
to these rods. The whole thing I did here was basically to try out a new tool. Because I saw this, it's a mason's tool. And you see it whenever they build anything, like even skyscrapers, they would use a tool like this. Isn't that cool? Okay, that was too much. I'm learning. We're still learning, So we learned, don't overdo it. That's good. Isn't that cool? I've always seen people doing this and I always wanted to try it. That's one of the milestones, one of the things I wanted to do in my life. Now it's done. According to Benoit, we cast the concrete here, we can cast it here and it comes up here. And if we cast it here, even if it is higher, it doesn't come out here. But in my logic, these two are communicating vessels. So generally, if I put some liquid in here, it would equalize here and it would come over. But Benoit says, Benoit, tu dis que ça n'arrivera pas. On commence ici, on remplit ici.
Ouais.
So we're filling here, according to Benoit, we fill here first. And then we fill here, and magically, it doesn't come out down here. Et comme par magie, ça ne sort pas là.
Tu fais pareil?
Ok, on parie. Une bouteille de... Une très bonne bouteille de vin du
Non,
Palais
non,
Rouge.
non, 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 non.
Non.
Au mois de février, on fait un pari. Il y en a un qui se teinte les cheveux.
No.
Celui-là qui
No,
perd
no,
se
no,
teinte
no,
les
no, no,
cheveux.
no. Ben was trying to convince me to dye my hair red because for some reason he lost a bet and he has to do it, so he wants me to do it. But no, I'm not
On
into
se
it.
teinte les cheveux
Une
en rouge.
bouteille, non, on n'est pas pour un petit truc comme ça.
Non,
Pour un truc-
attends,
non.
on se lance un
Non.
défi.
Non, non, non.
Allez,
Non, parce que
et
peut-être
joue l'homme un peu, quoi.
peut-être
Oh.
t'as raison. Ça se trouve, t'as raison.
Anna, t'es d'accord? Ah bah moi je suis content parce que Philippe il va se teinter les cheveux rouges.
No red
Si, si,
No
tu l'as.
way.
Eh, c'est un pari est un pari.
Look, Ziggy's just trying to tell me in his way, don't dye your hair red. Can I have a bit of privacy? I need space, dogs. I need space. Now, look at that. This one goes all the way there. I thought we could do it in one morning. Now we did it 2 days to spend myself. Ah, c'est juste les câbles qui... No, I need to work. No, I don't have time for that now. I can't. I know you want to help. But you can't, really. Can I work? Can I continue?
Ça se laver. Hein.
What are you doing? Horrible. Ziggy, I love you too, but I need to work. We finished.
Yes,
Are you happy?
finish.
Are you happy? Est-ce que tu es content?
Bah, appuie fort.
Happy for,
Appuie fort.
happy 5, happy 6. Look at that. Look at that beautiful. And here, I sorted out this situation here. Here, everywhere. And look, this is my favorite part. We managed to. I cut it, and it's a bit higher here, but it doesn't matter because it's still in one piece, so it's gonna be super strong. Cool. Looking at this right now, it seems crazy to me in hindsight that I thought I could simply put a new roof on this part of the building and we're good. It obviously needed to be rebuilt from scratch. And funny enough, that's exactly what you need to do with your homepage. It is much easier than you might think. You need the right tool. I had the right tool here, that was Benoit, our carpenter. And your tool of choice is Squarespace, an all-in-one platform to create an outstanding and professional looking website, which also happens to be this week's ad. Nowadays, Squarespace uses a powerful tool called Blueprint AI to help you creating your first website that matches your style and needs, but it will be equally helpful to completely redesign your online presence from scratch. It doesn't matter whether you need a webpage for a personal project, or if you're launching a large e-commerce business, or if you need to schedule appointments for your clients. Squarespace has you covered and includes a super easy to integrate tool to accept payments from all major payment providers, so you don't have to hire a programmer or link your page with some third-party tools in order to get payments for goods or services. So if you would like to have a website you can be proud of, like I am proud of this beautiful framework here, head over to squarespace.com/howtovenothechateau for a free trial. And if you're ready to launch, use offer code Chateau to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
After the storm video, which you should definitely watch if you haven't already, some of you suggested using the drone to inspect the roof. So when Anthony, our roofer, came by to give us a quote for redoing the Chateau roof in the near future, I followed your advice and sent the drone up. There are quite a few roof tiles missing, but nothing extremely urgent. Anthony will be come back soon with his huge ladder to replace the damaged tiles, and we're hoping that before the end of the year we'll have the budget to redo the entire roof, which, if you're wondering, will cost just under 100,000 euros.
Now there are two options. Either there's a place where you can get with your trailer and you put your credit card there and it spits out cement and you can drive home and put it in there, which seems to be the simpler option. Or alternatively, order one of these big cars with the spinning cement thing on the back. They put the pipes in and they fill this up and it goes smooth. I don't know what they call it. In French they're called toupee. Toupee. Toupee or not toupee. That's the question. Whether it's noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous cement lifting, or to take arms against the sea of troubles. I don't know. I will find out. I will compare both options and then decide what's cheaper and what's more practical. I will tell you. You will see. I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are you feeling?
Nervous, because there's several things that can go wrong. We decided to get for the toupee, but it's raining for the last 24 hours, and the pathway we thought he can take is wet. So I don't know if they are willing to come into it, and if they're willing, if they will get out back again, and it's kind of our responsibility. It's nerve-wracking because it needs to work, and you have only one chance, because otherwise, like the car, if he can't come there, he can't just go back home. He needs to empty the concrete no matter what, somewhere here. Because if he goes home, the car will turn into a big block of concrete. You need to agree that whatever is left in the car, they can just pour it somewhere, which is fine. I hope he manages to get to the spots in some way or another. Yeah. Fingers crossed, everything goes to plan. It's nerve-wracking. Et là, vous pensez dans l'herbe
Nous c'est des vrais... Dès que je vais mettre les dans l'herbe, surtout ça.
Ah ouais, d'accord.
Ah bah oui.
So that was the bad news I was afraid of. We always knew we had exactly 1 hour before they have to dump whatever remains from the 3.5 tons of concrete somewhere on the property. But now, instead of pouring it directly into the formwork from the lorry, we suddenly had to find another way to get it over there. And fast.
Si, ça baigne ça.
C'est basculé aussi.
Oui, c'était ça, je crois.
Il va basculer, donc ça va aller.
Top là. Ah? Non.
Oh no, Ziggy! Have you been doing a little, you wanted to put your footprints everywhere, huh? Including here. We finished putting all, well, the guys have finished filling all of the walls, but now we need to get rid of that extra concrete, and we had the idea that we had this big hole here that was always full of stagnant water, and we're just going to fill all the extra concrete into that. In general, I think it's gone pretty smooth. Stop, 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 stop. Do we have one like that on the other side, inside the garage or not? So we just realised this one is full, but we do have another of the holes here on this side, so... Stop!
I was thinking, do we need to empty the water first? But I think concrete is heavier than water, isn't it?
Yes.
Parce que le béton est plus lourd que l'eau.
Alors,
Bah,
normalement, ça va
Nathan a
juste...
dit que c'est plus lourd.
Ça
Si
va
c'est
vider.
pas plus lourd,
Pas le béton mais le caillou.
c'est ça. I think. Good. Oh, a horrible smell.
But now I would get the pump and start draining the rest.
I need to reactivate the water as well.
Huh?
I need to clean the... Ah!
C'est moi, il a fait la même chose. Oh no!
Oh, yeah. Since I started working, I think one day we'll fall in it. And now we fill it up with concrete and we both step into it. Ridiculous.
Ton homme, qui s'y connaît vachement en béton, m'a dit mais si on met le béton ici, bah, le béton il va couler.
Oui, parce que c'est deux vases communicants.
Voilà, ouais. Et alors? Qui avait raison?
Moi, parce que théoriquement, c'est en train de monter, c'est peut-être plus
Non.
doucement que prévu, mais demain tu vas voir.
Qui c'est qui avait raison? Voilà. Remontre-le plus. Vas-y. Voilà. Bibi avait raison.
Merci, bravo.
Bravo.
High five.
High five, check. Oh,
Attends, on recommence nous. Hein? Ouais.
Thank you, Benoit and Nathan, for your help. And while we all hope our mason Jean-Paul never watches this video, we think we did a pretty good job for complete beginners. Now we have to wait about 2 weeks for the concrete to cure before installing the wooden frame, and we can't wait to share the next steps with you. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.